everybody, this is LovelyMetalhead, and if you're watching this, it means you want to learn more about getting into heavy metal. Maybe you're a young metalhead or young person wanting to get into heavy metal and you really don't know where to start, or you've been into the music thing for a while and you really want to check out heavy metal. Whatever the reason is, you probably want to learn about heavy metal, and I will give you just that. This is Lovely's Introductory Guide for Young and New Metalhead. So, a long time ago I made a Tumblr post about this because somebody had asked about getting into heavy metal and making sort of a guide. And I thought, why not put this into a video format? Now, this is going to be about 5 or 6 segments of videos where I talk about exactly how to get into heavy metal. And this whole thing is framed, shaped by my own experience of getting into heavy metal. You don't have to use every bit of advice I give in these videos. You don't even have to go anywhere beyond getting into the music. But regardless, I hope you enjoy this. That's a bit of a disclaimer, so let's get started. So, heavy metal, of course. If you want to get into it, you have to, I 100% recommend getting into just like starting with the music, because you know that's what the whole subculture, the whole community is based off of. Now there's like so many subgenres of metal, so many different types of bands and musicians out there that you just like, where do I start? Well, you need to find some good starting points, and here's a few that I recommend. First off, listen to your local hard rock station, because that doesn't seem very metal because of its hard rock, but you know, if it gives you that bass. Just listen to some stuff, you know, like what I like about your general hard rock station is that they don't play all the same songs like every hour. They don't shy away from like the 90s or from some more heavier music. So, that being said, start there. Find some bands, some songs you may like. Find what sort of sound you're particularly drawn to. If you like something that's heavy and thrashy, if you like just something very just like melodic, you know, whatever your taste, you'll know it once you kind of figure that from what you listen to on those hard rock stations. From there, you can take those bands or those songs that you really like from the station and go to some place like Pandora or like Spotify. Go to Pandora, just type in like that name of the song or that band, and it'll give you like artists and songs in the stream that you may like based on what you put in. You may not like everything, you may like a lot of it, you may like all of it. So it'll help you start to gather that sort of, I guess, collection of stuff that you will like. If you want a more sort of freer range, I guess, version of going to Pandora and typing that in, listen to that stuff that you liked on the music stations on Spotify, and then from there Spotify will give you recommendations based on related artists, and you won't be forced to listen to anything. That's what I like about Spotify. And of course you can download it for free, like you can use Pandora for free, but you have those ads and the limited skips, which is what I really don't like about Pandora, but which is why I like Spotify. So yeah, use those free streaming services to like start to gather those bits of music that you will like. I would recommend finding some friends or some people, or if you're in some sort of music-based forum, go there, say, hey, what are some heavy metal recommendations I should look into that you guys have? And it helps if you already have that sort of base of things that you like. You can say, I like these bands, for example. I found I really like Iron Maiden, I found I really like Metallica, I find I like Judas Priest. And from there, people can be very helpful and generous in giving recommendations. Again, you don't have to listen to everything everybody gives you. From there, though, you can find all the things you like on your local radio station or on Spotify. These bands might live in fucking Switzerland or in like Canada and stuff. It's like very far away from you, or unless you live in like Switzerland or Canada or whatever, then ignore that. Basically from there, I encourage you to check out your local metal scene. If you live in a country or in a place where heavy metal is like thriving, take advantage of that. You know, look into the local shows, find bands based out of your city or your state or your country. If there's like an underground scene, if there's like bars that have like metal nights and stuff, take advantage of that, look into that. and you might find something you really like in the long run. You can make some good friends that way. You check out your local metal scene, and everybody has a good time. A piece of literature I would recommend if you're getting into heavy metal, or like very hard rock maybe, is Eddie Trunk's Essential Hard Rock and Heavy Metal Volumes 1 and 2. I know one of them may still be online somewhere. I'll put a link if it's in there. It gives like a list of all these bands, you know, if you're just starting out into getting into hard rock and heavy metal, would be good for you to get into or try out, that people have really liked over the years. Kind of disclaimer on that though, Eddie Trunk, he's a metal DJ that has existed for like ever, so some of this may be biased towards like more older stuff, which is fine if you're into the older stuff. I like plenty of the older stuff myself, but I encourage you to expand your horizon to like all of like spectrums of metal. So with all of this though, don't feel pressured to get into every single band. You don't have to pretend to like these bands that you think you have to just because everybody else does. Like, I love Black Sabbath, you know, but I'm not going to fault somebody for not liking Black Sabbath or not getting into Black Sabbath, because that's fine. Not everything is not everybody's taste. You'll find those pieces of heavy metal that you will be biased towards. So, for example, if you like stuff like Iron Maiden or Judas Priest, you might be more into power metal, so I recommend something like Hammerfall, something like Ailstorm even. Just get into the stuff that you really like and have fun with it, and have fun with the people who also have fun with it. In my next video, I'm going to be giving personal recommendations of mine that have either been part of my getting into hard rock and heavy metal, or that I feel like, you know, would be a good basic, everybody I think would like this, or here's an introduction to heavy metal 101 sort of list. So, that being said, until the next